What's up guys, GG Racing here, and today I'm going to use this race of Robert in the Mazda Cup as an example of how to approach a race, especially when you start from the back of the grid. Up we go into the rolling start, and as you can see already we have some incidents in front of us involving 3 cars. We try to stay safe and avoid all of them, which we do. And what happened here is something very common that you see in a lot of races. It's all about the cold tires. That's why that guy just spun. Now we're gonna try to catch up to the guys in front. It shouldn't be so hard because turn 1 it's always problematic with so many cars, and yeah, already made up 2 positions here. And we're going to stay on board for this whole lap just to see how it develops. The mentality that went into this race was that we have 20 minutes to overtake this field, and there's really no point in trying to do it in the first lap with cold tires, with all these guys in front of us that we can't actually trust them. So we're going to take it slow, warm up the car, warm up ourselves as well. Moreover, this middle sector that you see here is quite unforgiving, I would say, because if you miss the entry into the turn, you will carry this mistake into the next turn and so on, and you could easily lose so much time but just missing 1 or 2 corners. And you will see during the race that we are so strong into this middle sector that we can actually overtake here instead on the straight line. Now, after a lap with few crashes as you saw earlier with the red car, let's see now when we cross the start finish line how many positions have we gained in the first lap. As you see, up into the top left corner, we're now P16 by doing absolutely nothing, just surviving the first lap. So this is great, this is very good. We can build up from here and start to race the guys ahead. We keep following closely the guys ahead, and here one of them makes a mistake which made this into a 4 wide overtake. We quickly follow and get the position. But now the yellow car has compromised its line. We go side by side into this right-hander heading up to the bridge section, trying to take the inside line. Luckily he yields back, and now we're trying to keep up with the rest of the field, especially with the red and black car. Fast forward to the end of lap 2, we try to send it on the inside, but we change our mind, and as you can see here, the green car just hits the wall, and this unsettles us as well because we had to brake, and the yellow car behind is actually catching us right now. And we're sprinting now into turn 1, all the 3 cars. The green car is much slower because of the damage, but the yellow car is ahead. Are we going to send it into turn 1? The guy ahead outbrakes himself, and we keep a tight line into the first corner, which is enough to take the position back. One thing we can notice so far is that the red and black car, the number 6, has enough pace to overtake the field, and the plan here is to try to go with him and stay close to him, and whenever he does an overtake on the car ahead, usually the car will take a slower line, and if we are close enough we can overtake as well. Going into turn 1 was always a challenge because that was the most difficult part of the track. It's so easy to lose the car if you touch the grass on the right side, and if you stay too close to the inside you'll have a slow exit and you can lose a lot of time or potentially get overtaken. That's why we're not using all the available track into turn 1. As I was saying earlier, we want to follow the number 6 car through this field. That means we need to overtake the orange car as soon as possible. And here the guy in front of us already lost some momentum when he got overtaken, and now we're gonna try to expose him more. We get a very good exit out of the bridge section. Now we're going to be side by side into the next turn. He squeezes us a bit and we almost lost the car here, but luckily we made it stick. Now the task at hand is to close that 5-second gap ahead of us, and this won't be so difficult because, as you saw, the number 6 car is pushing very hard, and it will get close to the next car, and in that moment when they start to battle each other they will both lose time. We close the gap faster than we thought, but at the end of the last corner this happens.
Ah fuck, I hit the wall. I think I have wheel damage. We are checking. No major damage, you don't have to pit. It will not affect too much our pace. You are still in this, let's get them.
Now we're finally behind number 6, which gets a poor exit out of the turn 1. We try to overtake him, but he defends very aggressively into the turn 2, taking the inside line, almost getting us out of the track. The good thing is that now we know that he will fight for the position, he will not make it easy for us, and we really need to make a clean overtake because he could easily take us out of the race. It's obvious at this point in the race that the car in front of us, the white car, was having a much slower pace than ourselves and the number 6, and number 6 was actually stuck behind him. And as you noticed, it's not so easy to make an overtake in the second sector. Probably the best bet is on the big straight line from the beginning. At this point we're just trying to stay behind number 6 and try to catch him off guard. The wheel damage that we had was not hindering our performance so much, but still turn 1 was a risk, and we just want to take it easy again and focus on having a good exit out of it. We do have a good exit out of this corner, but as we expect, number 6 won't make it easy for us. Once again, we're side by side into turn 3, he's having the inside line again, but the car ahead, the white car, brakes earlier than usual, and we have to make space for him. If you noticed on the left side we had 2 wrecked cars. Well, that's 2 positions that we gained as well, so probably now we're something in like P8 in lap 8, which is fantastic. Finally, number 6 gets the move done on the white car, even though he really squeezed them there, and now we're gonna try to stay really close to the white car and try to catch him off guard. There's a long straight to turn 1, and seems like Craig in front has the advantage here. He's far ahead of us and we can't just send it, so we just need to be patient, stay behind and maybe take the inside line. Craig now misjudged his braking point, he's going very deep and actually hits number 6. He goes wide again, gets off the track, and we can take the position, which we do. And now we're just us and number 6. At this point in time, we're now P7, and the good thing is that the field is spread out, so we can now push and don't be held up by others. Number 6 was also pushing very hard. I think that looking back at this, he had almost the same pace as us. You'll see here that he misjudged his braking point into turn 1, and that made for an easy overtake. It was very welcomed for us because if we had fought into sector 2 with number 6, I think that maybe we had a chance of an incident because he was defending really hard. So this was a welcomed opportunity for us. It was an easy and clean overtake, exactly as we wanted. We're promoted now in net P6 behind Todd, which is in front of us in the orange car. We know for sure that we have a better pace than he does, so we just need to be patient here, stay behind him and hope for a mistake which happens. He goes very deep into the corner. We're able to take a much tighter line, and again it's an easy overtake for us. The rest of the field seemed to be slower than us, so I can confirm that at this point in the race we were the faster car here in Oran circuit, despite the wheel damage that we took previously. And this can be seen on the relative table from the top left corner, because if you look at it you'll see that we were actually gaining on the guys ahead. We're now P5 and we have caught the guy in front of us, number 29. And now, as we did with the others, we're gonna stay behind him, try to study him, see where he's slow, see how he drives and things like that. Because we can't just really send it in the first turn unless he does a big mistakes. We actually made up some ground. We're P5, we don't want to lose the entire race for one overtake, so we're trying to be as smart as we can in this situation. Moreover, it seemed that we had a pace advantage over the guy in front, so it really comes down to patience here. As I was saying earlier, sector 2 was our strongest point here, and you will see how strong we are and how much we can gain on the guy in front when he does a mistake. That puts us in net P4 and we have now 5 laps to get to the leaders. We'll just fast forward it a bit and see how far we can go. At the end of lap 15 we get an insane exit out of the last corner, and now we can actually challenge P3. We're now side by side with Daniel, but the speed difference is unreal. We're sprinting into turn 1 and we can actually take the racing line. That's how much speed we had, and it's an easy and clean overtake that puts us in P3 with P2 just in front of us. He does a mistake in the middle of sector 2, which gives us the opportunity to challenge his position. We took the inside line for the next corners and trying to stay side by side with him. He takes again the racing line, and we're sprinting now to the last turn, us being on the inside, having an opportunity, but we decide to let him go and try to get a better exit for the straight line. Now we're going to draft behind him and try to get in his slipstream and see how much a difference it will make. We are gaining on the straight line, but I don't think that will be close enough into turn 1 to make the overtake. We stick our nose to the inside for a brief moment just to put more pressure on him and hopefully make him do a mistake. And we can see that he took the corner pretty deep. Now is our chance to take the inside and be side by side into turn 3. Here he gave us more space than we need, and I think that this was a mistake from him, but now we're side by side into the next corner. But he squeezes us and takes the racing line, and now we're behind him again. Fast forward to the end of the last corner. Is crucial that we take a good exit out of it. We stay behind him, use the slipstream in our advantage, and you can see that we are gaining on him. We're gaining so much more than the previous lap. And now we're gonna try to overtake him. He defends, he takes the inside line, we take the outside, but we decide to let him go. We're battling now to the straight line that leads to the third corner. He takes the inside line, defending, we take the outside, and we're gonna try to brake as late as possible and complete the overtake. And we made it stick. We're now promoted to P2, and we're gonna try to put as much distance as possible between us and P3, break his slipstream, and get out of trouble. After a thrilling race with lots of exciting moments and overtakes, we wrap up the last corners of Oran circuit here, and we cross the start-finish line.
That's P2. P2, mate. P2 starting from P21. Splendid drive and great performance, Robert.